Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy Receiver FG. Today I'm just going to be talking about the top 5 best builds in the game. If you want to see how to build each one of these builds the most effective way, I'll show you. Just let me know in the comments below. Other than that, let's just get straight into the video. I have some background gameplay of me selling out as usual. You know, what I do best, just missing all the shots in the world. But I haven't come across a lot of gameplay with this game. It's a little bit dead, and I just haven't been having as much fun on it lately, so this was the only game I had to really show. But other than that, let me just stop complaining and going off on a tangent about something useless, and let's just get into this top 5. Okay, starting off, the best build with one honorable mention, two-way slash and play. Reason I think it's the best is playmaking, defensive. That's your Hall of Fame badges. That's the best thing you can have as a point guard. You get Hall of Fame playmaking, which is just obviously a must in my opinion, and then Hall of Fame defensive, which is really, really, really good. You can get a lot of stops, you can box other guards, and you just, you don't need someone to guard ball for you. That's why I think the two-way slash and play is the best build in the game for point guard. I've said that many times, and I still agree with myself, and I definitely think it's good. If you haven't used it all year, then you're missing out because it's dominant. It's dominant. It's good, good at passing, good with your badges on playmaking, good at defense. You get a lot of defensive badges with 20. Good shooter, 70s, mid 70s at shooting is easy to shoot with, in my opinion. When you time your jump shot right, you'll be completely fine. And then really good finishing with elite contact dunks, which gold or Hall of Fame, you won't notice that much of a difference with your badges whenever you get elite contact dunks. It dunks just absolutely beautifully. And yeah, so that's the best point guard build. Honorable mention, offensive threat. It can hide behind screens, shoot the ball. So good. It's just so quick with the shot. All those people that use base 98 or jump shot 98 just in general, they just shoot. They get the ball off so quick that even when you think you got a good contest, you don't. And yeah, so pretty much any build that I'm going to list in this video can shoot well. You have to be a good shooting build to play. So that's why I don't think the offensive threat is the best, just due to the fact that every one of these builds can shoot, It's a good honorable mention and the best shooter, but still, you want to be a little more versatile. Offensive threats can't really get stops, in my opinion, and that's why they're just not quite the best build. They're good. Don't get me wrong. They're really good, but just not the best. I just wish they defensively were a little better. So yeah, starting at shooting guard, I'm going to go the best build in the game is the perimeter lockdown. Perimeter lockdown is just a really, really good max wingspan, good shooting build. Most perimeter locks don't ever miss open. It's very rare to see them miss, and easy to high green window or large green window, and they can box people. Max wingspan, they can guard, they can guard the small forward, they can even guard the center sometimes, which is really, really effective. I think being able to guard the center is important. If you have to make a quick switch, then I think the perimeter lock can do it. And they might get bodied here and there, but they won't get bodied every time. They can get stops too. So perimeter lockdown at the 2 guard is definitely what I would say the best shooting guard build in the game. I don't really have any honorable mentions because I don't see a lot of shooting guards, but what I mean by best shooting guard, I basically just mean it's the best 2 in rec and the best, 2 for park. You get your center, point guard, it's really good at park being the 2. So in my opinion, yeah. And then the small forward will be the same thing. It can be the best small forward in rec or the best 2 in the park, basically. You still need a center with you, but definitely really good. So, small forward, who am I going to go with? I'm going to decide that the best build in the game of small forward is the two-way finisher. And the two-way finisher is a pure lock build with 4 shooting badges. That's the best build in the game. I can show how to make that build. It's really easy, and it's very, very effective. 30 defensive badges. You're boxing everyone with that build. No one can score on you freely. If you know what you're doing, you're good weight and max wingspan, people are going to struggle. You're good speed, you're going to be being able to get around the court quick, so people are going to have a really hard time scoring on you with all 30 defensive badges, trust me. So, my honorable mentions of small forward is the build I'm using, the facilitating finisher, and the reason why is I think it's the most dominant offensive build in the game. It doesn't get Hall of Fame defense. It lacks really bad in defense. That's why it's just an honorable mention. I don't think the defense is good enough to consider it the best, but I think offensively, no build can guard you. If you put up any defensive build against his build, he can still score at will. The hop steps are ridiculous. The playmaking is good. You can dribble well. You're 6'7", so you're really fast, really strong, really quick. You go strength and speed with this build, so you're like 88 speed with 87 strength, so no build can really guard you, in my opinion. Centers can't guard you. You're too quick. You can get around them, shoot a three. Pure locks that are at the small forward can't guard you. You're just too strong. You can able to body them with post moves, or pretty much anything. Your hop steps will still get by them. You can step back and shoot a three at any time. They just have to be ready for you. So that's my honorable mentions there. And yeah, going to power forward, I don't have any honorable mentions for power forward, but I will say the best build by far, Playmaking Glass Cleaner. That build is just ridiculous. The first time you play against it, or the first time you use it, you instantly realize, holy crap, this build is fast. This build is really, really fast. It's almost hard to guard with how fast the play glass is. And, obviously your Hall of Fame badge categories, you can dribble with the ball because you got Hall of Fame playmaking, so Hall of Fame quick first step is really good. And you're very, very, very good on defense. You can play center in the park with that build easily. So that's why I think it's the best power forward build in the game. Hall of Fame defensive badge is a really big deal, like I always say. So yeah, Playmaking Glass Cleaner, definitely the best power forward build in the game, if not the best center build in the whole game. Probably is, in my opinion, it's the best center build, but I'm going to say it's at the tier power forward or category power forward, so I can't call it the best actual center build in the game, but in my opinion, definitely. Just everything it does, 6'8", big, strong, can dunk, can do everything on the court at the same, at once. It really has no downfall besides only getting one finishing badge. But once you get it high enough overall, you get elite contact dunks, which in my opinion is what you need to help your dunking out a lot. Like finishing at the rim, you need badges and you need elite contact dunks. So even without badges, at least you get elite contact dunks. That's a really big deal in my opinion, and I think it'll really help once you get there. You should notice a lot more finishes at the rim whenever you really need them, and a little more consistent contact dunks. So yeah, that's what I'm going to say is the best power forward. Not going to change my mind on that. I really agree that the best power forward in the game is the play glass. And now let's move on to the center. So best center in the game, who do I think it is? I'm going to go with the Glass Cleaner Lock. Shooting Glass Lock is the best build in the game at the center right now, due to the fact that how good it is shooting, how good it is defensively. You get Hall of Fame shooting, Hall of Fame defense, and it's lights out. It does not miss. You start off with a 69 three-pointer. You get max wingspan, so you can't get babied by any centers in the game. 7'3", 290s. Interior forces, you can pretty much guard them all. Yeah, basically just by far the most dominant build in the game. All the builds I've listed are good for the 2 score, good for the 3 score. Wouldn't bring most of these builds to the 1 score, so if you're looking to play the 1v1 core, then I'll give you an honorable mention in a second. Other than that, I don't think the builds that I'm giving are that good for the 1v1 core, but Glass Lock, definitely by far the best 2s or 3s build. It never gets babied, shoots lights out. Seen plenty of people not miss a shot, so that's it for that. And honorable mention is the Interior Force. I'm not speaking on it because I think the Interior Force is a soft build to use, but it's the best for the 1v1 core, so use it if you want. If you do, you're soft. If you don't, good job. That's it for the video. Thanks so much for watching.